Create a layer. Go to Layer and New Layer, and then fill it with something. So go to Edit and Fill, and I'm going to fill it with black. Doesn't have to be black, of course, it could be green, blue, etc. And click Apply. With that layer selected, go to Filters and down to Colors and Procedural Texture. Now I'm going to use one of the presets. So just go to the presets here at the top. There's a number of them. You've got smooth bars. That's quite a nice one. So I'm going to go with smooth bars. And you can drag this out. So you can just drag this panel out. You can see you've got this equation here. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm just going to copy it. And then I'm just going to say minus that value. So at this point, of course, it's just going to go black because, of course, I'm subtracting the same value. Ends up being 0. What I can now do is I can change this equation. So I'm just going to say, instead of the Rx, I want diagonal lines. So I'm just going to go bracket Rx minus Ry. So you can see there's obviously straight away a slight variation now of the previous equation. And also Rx, instead of that one, I'm going to go with plus Ry. So you can see now I've got this design here. This black and white sort of diamond designs, and you can vary them, make them obviously bigger, and you can change the smoothing size. I'm going to go for that, sort of set it down to 0. And of course I could tweak this equation even more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it over the channels. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to spread it out. So I'm just going to go to plus here. So I'm going to create a red, a green and a blue channel. And of course, at the moment, it's RGB there. I'm going to deselect that one, deselect that one, deselect that one. So they're all deselected, and then just go for G and B. So it's R, G and B down there. And I'm just going to add these to this. Exactly the same setting. So now what you can also do is they're not cast in stone, so you can just change them. You can go here to this just in front of the RX, the brackets. And you can say 2 times. Now I could set up parameters, these custom inputs for all of these. You don't have to. You can just use standard just numbers, 2, 2.5, etc. I'm going to do exactly the same over here. So I'm just going to go down to say 3.2 times. Doesn't have to be 2. It could be anything. It could be 4.5 minus 5.6, whatever. And I'm going to do the same on this one, but I'm going to go for a different value. So 3 times. So in the first one up here in the red, it's 2 times. But this time I'm going for 3. And I'm going to go here. You don't have to do it all of them. Perfectly reasonable to leave some if you want. But you can go, say, 2.5 times. And you can do, and then go down to this one. This is the blue channel. I'm just going to go for 4 or 5.3. And again, it doesn't have to be 5.3. It could be something like 5.003. If you want to make it very, very subtle. 5.9 times. So you've got that value, and there you can see what happens. You've got this lovely, intense, colourful design. Now what you can do, of course, you can still modify this bar count, and I'm just going to, so you can see it a bit clear there. And of course, you can also make it a bit more blurry. So if you want a nice blurry design, you can do that. But I'm just going to leave it like that. I want it to be nice and sharp. What you can also do, once you're happy with that, you can always go over here to the presets, right click there and create a preset. And I'm just going to go for color dots. Color dots 1, and I'm going to put it into the color patterns and click create. So that's stored away, so you can use it again and again and again. So once you've done that, click apply, and you can see now you've got this lovely, colorful, very intense design. And of course, you can always go back to this thing. So you can just go to filters, or maybe go for layer first, actually, if you want to. Layer and new layer. So you've got a new layer. Again, it needs to be filled with something. So edit and fill. Obviously black, click apply, and again go to filters, down to colors and procedural texture. But this time, unfortunately, as always, is that it's nothing in it. But that's why it's nice to create a preset, because what you can do, you just go down here to the various color patterns, color dots, and you've got your color dots back again. And of course, you can vary the settings. So maybe go make it more or less, or make it even more intense. Of course, once you've done that, click apply. And of course, you could still modify the equation if you wanted to. But now you've got 2 layers. You can also go over here and blend modes, and you can go run through these, and you can see you can create a whole variety of different designs, maybe difference, etc. to create very intense sort of background designs like this. Well, I hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.